Hi there. Thank you so much for coming back to read with Auntie. Today we're going to be reading a book called The Velveteen Rabbit. This is a classic story, and it was originally written by Margery Williams. This version is adapted by Ashley Crownover, and it's illustrated by Heather Brown. Adapted means that someone besides the original author kind of maybe shortened it or took parts of it or maybe tweaked it a little bit to create this particular version. So, The Velveteen Rabbit. Let's go like this. There once was a beautiful velveteen rabbit. His coat was spotted brown and white, and his ears were lined with pink satin. On Christmas morning, he was the most wonderful gift in the boy's stocking. All morning, the boy played with him. Then, in the excitement of looking at all the other presents, the Velveteen Rabbit was forgotten. Does that ever happen to you? Do you sometimes get kind of wrapped up in all your other presents and toys? For a long time, nobody paid much attention to the rabbit. The mechanical toys were rude to him because he was only a stuffed bunny. But the play horse, who had been there longer than any of the other boys and knew all about toy magic, was very kind to the rabbit. One day, the rabbit asked the play horse, "What is real? Does it mean having batteries or lights?" "Real isn't how you're made," said the play horse. "It's a thing that happens to you. When a child really loves you, that is when you become real." One evening at bedtime, the boy couldn't find the toy dog that slept with him, so his mother gave him the rabbit instead. From then on, the Velveteen Rabbit slept with the boy every night. The boy would talk to him, and they would play wonderful games in whispers. The rabbit slept snug and warm in the boy's arms all night long. Spring came, and wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too. He had rides in the wheelbarrow and picnics on the grass. One day he heard the boy tell his mother, "My bunny is real. He's not a stuffed toy." That was the happiest day of the rabbit's life. After a while, the Velveteen Rabbit got raggedy from being loved so much. Some of his fur rubbed off and the pink in his ears faded, but the boy didn't notice. He thought his bunny was beautiful. When summer came, they played together in the woods almost every day. Do you have a toy that you love that much? When I was little, I had a stuffy called a bear. That was his name, Bear, and it was a bear. It wasn't a very creative name. But I loved Bear so much. He was my favorite toy I ever had. And I still have him even today. And he's pretty worn out, kind of like Velveteen Rabbit. Then one day, the boy got very, very sick. The doctor said that all the toys in the room had to be tossed out because they were full of bad germs. The boy got better, but the little rabbit was put in a sack with the other things and taken outside. The Velveteen Rabbit wriggled his way to the top of the sack and looked out. Nearby he could see the woods where he and the boy had played. He thought of how happy those times had been and of how much the boy had loved him. A tear trickled down his little shabby nose and fell to the ground. Then a strange thing happened. Where the tear fell, a mysterious flower began to grow. It had emerald leaves and a beautiful golden blossom. The blossom opened and a fairy stepped out. "I am the toy magic fairy," she said. "I take care of the playthings that children have loved. When they're old and worn out, I make them real." "But wasn't I real before?" the rabbit asked. The fairy said, "You were real to the boy because he loved you. Now you shall be real to everyone." In the meadow, the Velveteen Rabbit saw wild rabbits dancing with their shadows on the velvet grass. "Run and play, little rabbit," said the toy magic fairy. "You are a real rabbit now." Fall and winter passed. In the spring, when the days grew warm and sunny, the boy went out to play. In the woods, he saw two rabbits peeping at him from under a bush. One was gray. The other had brown and white spotted markings, a little soft nose, and bright round eyes. He seemed familiar to the boy. "Why, he looks like my old bunny who got lost when I was sick," the boy thought. He never knew that it really was his own bunny returning to look at the boy who had first helped him to become real. The end. What did you think of the Velveteen Rabbit? Isn't that a sweet little story? I just love it because I think everyone has a favorite toy that they just love to pieces. I thank you so much for coming to read with me today. I always have so much fun reading with you. I love you very, very much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.